Hi YouTube family. This is Tanya VSG, your baby blondie. Today is not my weigh-in day, but I have something very important that I wanted to talk to y'all about and also get your opinion on. This is something that I went to the doctor yesterday, and it's something that that I've spoke with my doctors about, and it's actually come up a little quicker than I had anticipated. I knew it would happen. I knew it would come up. So really, I'm reaching out to my community here because I value every one of y'all's opinion. I value all of your thoughts and your comments. Anything that I can get always gives me something to chew on, something to think about. So I know we all have opinions, and that doesn't mean that they're all right. I know I have my own, and it doesn't mean that it's right either. So this is, and then of course I've got the opinions that I have followed from, or I'm following or considering from my doctors as well. But I actually did something yesterday that you have to overlook the way I look. I'm sorry. I am literally still in the bed. I'm just waking up. I had a rough night. We were gone all day yesterday. We had to do some traveling to get this even talked about, situated, whatever you want to call it or whatever. And didn't get back till about 11. Probably didn't fall asleep. It was on mine and my husband's mind for we probably didn't get to bed till about 1:30 or after, and then both of us wide awake at 4 something this morning, a little after 4. And it's been a tough yesterday and night. Now, nothing's wrong. I don't want y'all to think anything's wrong, but this is something not to be taken lightly. And so, therefore, like I said, I do value your opinion. I take every one of them into consideration, and especially, some of the older ones. I'd like y'all's opinion, because this is something that I knew that I would run into eventually, but I just didn't know when. I didn't expect it to happen this quickly. So, but let me back up just for a tad moment and let you know that when I say that I have done and tried every type of diet that you can think of that's out here on this planet, I've done it. Even to the extent of back up just a little bit more. When I first started here, I had told y'all that, I've been searching this surgery for a long time, and I really have many years, but really heavy since about 2010. And the reason why I say this is because my husband and I decided, well, before we do something that drastic, let's try other avenues. So we did, and to this day, it's actually made a difference in the way that I look now that I've lost a lot of weight. But of course, I tried some pretty serious avenues before all of this even happened, before I went and had the VSG. I went and had a breast reduction for one thing, and that was for several reasons. That was back issues, that was shoulder issues, that was because of the fact that it was time. It was just time. I done had all of my kids. I went ahead and had a tummy tuck done at the same time. And both of those turned out beautiful. The doctor couldn't have done any better. Loved them, done a wonderful job. Everything was great. A few months later, we went in and the doctor did a Brazilian butt lift. He did a thigh lift, and hang on just one second. Is somebody here? Carolyn, is that you? Okay, it must be my dog scratching at the door. Sounds like he's trying to open the doorknob. It's just a little Yorkie. How's that possible? Anyway, so anyway, back to my thoughts. So I had all of that done, and along with fat injections and stuff like that. Into the buttocks area. I had the thigh lift, and that was the second surgery that I had. That one didn't go so well. The thigh lift, and y'all really, anybody that's considering one of them, really needs to make sure that you've got a doctor that's on top of his game for thigh lifts, because that's not something that they do every day. I mean, it's not like going in there and putting you in there for 30, 45 minutes and throwing some boobs in there. That they do one right after the other and have got it mastered perfect down, A thigh lift there's a whole lot more complications, a whole lot more involved. You've got a whole lot more movement in that area, a whole lot more stretch in that area that, I mean, you've got a lot of muscles that go from your groin to your knee or however far down you take it that can cause you to stretch. And that teeny tiny little scar that they tell you that you won't see in a year can end up being this wide. And with my first one, that's exactly what happened. Well, no doubt it was something that had to be revised, and my butt lift it didn't lift. Let's put it that way. So when we went in there for the second time for the revision for the thigh lift, because even the doctor, I mean, I was busted at the seams going all the way down, and every time I had a surgery, I babied everything to the T. So, I mean, I have a lot of experience when it comes to plastic surgery, and can probably answer a lot of your questions, only because of the things that I've been through. Now, so a few months later, I had to go in and, several months later, I had to wait till all my healing was done. And then go in and we did a revision. Well, sadly, the revision did the same. On the butt, it actually did worse. The legs, it did just as bad. So, that thigh lift, it's no joke. It's no joke, y'all. If y'all thinking about it, it's really no joke. But anyway, I've got scars that are as skinny as a pencil, that start probably about that long, skinny as a pencil, and then as you go up towards the groin, they get about that wide, and it's flabby, it's just hanging, and now that I've lost, all of this weight, I've got a lot of I've got a lot of play and elasticity there that the doctors now say is plenty enough to play with and work with, where we can pull it together without having to pull so tight to where I can definitely improve that scar. And I have seeked out a different, now that I know, exactly what I'm looking for, exactly what I do know. I found this doctor about a year before I decided to have the NSV. Now, I actually went to this doctor course because, they do more than just stuff like that. My mother-in-law, I have a couple of tattoos that I mean, when you're younger, you do stupid stuff. And and I have some on me that that I want removed, and I wish I could get them all removed, to be honest with you. But I have a mother-in-law that told me for Christmas she would pay to have the one on my hand removed because it's the one that's most seen, and so I was thrilled to death. So I went ahead and made an appointment to have to go and see this at this doctor because they do that there, and talk to them about that. So that is our initial reason why we even went there. And because this doctor is 3 hours away, now my other doctor that I had my vertical sleeve done is 3 hours away the other way. Now this one's 3 hours away, the opposite direction. But I don't know why I can't find one around here that I want. But I just I just search until I find the one, and then So anyway, I went to that doctor, and I was getting this one done by my husband's mother-in-law, and then I was getting this one done. My husband was getting that done for me for Christmas. So these two are the ones that bother me the most because they're seen the most. So this is what I initially went and talked to him, and I said, well, I'm 3 hours away. I know in a couple of months I would go ahead and be talking to the doctors about these other things as well. And so I thought, well, we'll go ahead and get their his opinion, or what he thinks, how much longer I need, and he's there. I'm talking to him. Why not? Hey, you're the one I'm going to use. I just want you to know this. How much longer do you think I need to wait? Da da da. Blah blah blah. So of course we go into. We're there from 11:30 till 6:30 last night. And I'm literally in his office in one of his exam rooms, and he's going through everything that he's got to do to me because I've got a lot of scar revisions that he's got to do. And of course now I've got to have a breast lift. I've already had a breast reduction with the lift. I did not get the augmentation. Now I will need a lift and an augmentation. The only thing that's going to fix my butt is butt implants, not so much the Brazilian butt anymore. Of course, with the implants, he will be adding the fat injection to make the contour more smooth and more of a, I guess, youthful, smooth appearance, So, so he's got a lot. He's going to do the breast lift. He's going to do brachioplasty, inner thigh scar reversion. He's going to do the breast augmentation with the lift, butt implants, lipo in several areas. He said there's one good thing that I've still got a little bit of meat on the sides that I can put in my butt area. So, and that would help. Other than that, he wouldn't be able to find no fat. Yeah. I'm at 150 pounds. I've been going from about 152 to 155 for the last two months, maybe 2.5 months. He said as long as you're stable at that amount for that amount of time. He said, even if you lose another 10 pounds within the next 6 months, because now is when your time's going to slow down. I've had 3 kids. You can feel both bones on both hip sides. There's just not a whole lot left fat-wise. I've got bones from here down. I've got bones everywhere. My legs are bony, I really just don't know how much more I can lose. I really feel like my body is trying to maintain. And, of course, talking to my other doctor, he says it's, the last 6 months will do that, and you very possibly have already started because for several reasons, so. But anyway.